Good evening. Today's been kind of a busy day with the YouTube channel. We filmed Isabel's first video. We left something off of it, so we had to quickly run to the store to get what she needed to convert that homemade mayonnaise into a ranch dressing. We didn't have any yogurt. I ran out real quick. The closest store was neighborhood Walmart that's real close to our house. They didn't have a lot to choose from in the way of yogurt, but I found the lowest carb one there. And so we went ahead and made some ranch dressing there. That we intended for that to be in that first video, but we forgot it. And so we just quickly fired off a second video there to add to her first one. But thank you for your nice comments already on her debut on YouTube, and I really appreciate that. Let me get, I was going to tell you first of all what I had to eat today. I had the day off today and had my first meal. I had 3 cups of black coffee this morning because I was off. I had a little more time to drink coffee. The first 2 were caffeinated. Third one was decaf, but they were all black coffee, no cream or anything today. And then water until around noon. We had our first meal around noon, and I had bacon and eggs. I had 3 eggs over easy, which is the way I like them the most. It's just hard to do that when you're packing a lunch. But since I was home today, we could do it that way, have the 3 eggs over easy with the yolk still real running and everything, and 4 strips of bacon with that. That was the first meal of the day, and that was at 12. And then at 6 o'clock this evening, we finished off the lasagna that Isabel had made. And again, that had ground turkey, no pasta in there. The eggplant, slices of eggplant replaced the pasta. And again, you can do that with zucchini sliced thin like that to replace the pasta. And we do it that way sometimes. And then it had the lowest carb tomato sauce that we can find, and cheese, and 2 kinds of cheese, Parmesan and mozzarella. And so anyway, that was what I had to eat today. That's it, other than tasting her mayonnaise on my finger. And get right to the comments now. Ollie's dad writes, Bill, thanks for picking up my comment in the previous video. Not sure why it didn't show up as normal YouTube comments, as I can see it just fine. That may have been my mistake. I'm very new at the YouTube channel thing. In fact, today makes 1 month. Today's the 1 month anniversary, if you want to call it that, since I started my channel, and Isabel made her debut with her first video today. And but anyway, I may, it may be something about the way I was looking at the comments. It may not have been anything to do with you at all. But let me finish your comment here. Again, this is Ollie's dad. Regarding my question on reducing portion size, I think you are correct that I need to consume more fat, as it should satiate me more. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and fat was always the enemy. They used to say each egg that you ate took a day off your expected lifespan. I'm familiar with that line of reasoning, and it can be very confusing because you hear such opposite bits of advice. And again, I'm sharing what worked for me. Again, your comment goes on, and you said your dinner last night was a ribeye steak with all the fat. Good. That's something like I would eat. Then you also had a fried green tomato and a venison taco. Today so far, black coffee with pink Himalayan salt plus cinnamon and water with some electrolytes. OMAD today, and dinner should be smoked beef rib and a veggie smoothie. Have a great day, everybody. Ollie, thanks for sharing with us what you're doing there. I really appreciate that. Nancy Mueller, right? She's got a couple of suggestions for us on the ranch dressing, it looks like. She said, I recently discovered freeze-dried shallots and like them better than the dried onions, try it. We will. We will. We don't claim to be experts on any of this. I started my journey 18 months ago, and my wife has had to learn a completely different style of cooking than what she's done for her whole life. You know, she's had to try to think of everything differently, and I know it's been a struggle for her to try to follow what I'm trying to do. And you know, we've been married for quite a while, and for the past 18 months to try to do things totally different, I'm sure has been a struggle. But Nancy also writes that Dannon full-fat whole milk plain yogurt in the large container is better than that FAGE. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. That brand that we picked up. I picked that up. I was looking for exactly what you described there, Dannon full-fat whole milk plain yogurt. They didn't have it at the little Walmart when I was there 45 minutes ago. You can also drip the Dannon to make it thicker. We will definitely try these things. It's good to learn these different tricks or different techniques. Tricks, not the good word. Techniques. Bob Eldridge, thanks. Looks great. Thank you. That was on Isabel's first video there. RT Zapper on the ranch dressing said, looks yummy, thanks. Again, RT Zapper on Isabel's Cooks, her first video. Enjoyed the video, thanks for sharing. I love the simpleness. Good, thank you for that. Thank you for the encouragement. Isabel was pretty nervous about trying her first video, and so I appreciate all the the positive comments. Thank you. Phil and Kathy Murphy. Fantastic, Isabel. I loved your first video. Thanks for inviting me into your beautiful kitchen. I will get those ingredients and give it a whirl. Thanks for showing each item so I know what to buy. Love that apron. Was that a doggy I saw? Yes, we have a little Shih Tzu named Sophie, and she was right at Isabel's heels through the whole taping process. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but Liz M writes, awesome video. Did you ever try Bulletproof coffee, and what are your thoughts? Have a blessed day. Early on in my 18-month journey, in that first 4 months, I was, a lot stricter even than I am now, but I tried MCT oil in my coffee. I didn't add butter or some of the other things. I just put MCT oil in my coffee for a little while. And for me, that wasn't it. For me, I really focused on the fasting, on intermittent fasting. And that was the most important thing to me. I didn't really care for the MCT oil in my coffee. I know a lot of people are crazy about Bulletproof coffee, and more power to them. I just switched over to black coffee. Warren Baker, it looks like he is sharing with us what he has for breakfast, and I appreciate that. I think it's good if we start sharing what we're all doing in our own recipes, like someone did there earlier with the frozen shallots and all that. Really appreciate that. We can all learn from each other on all this. Warren Baker, anyway, this looks like this is what he does for breakfast. He has 150 grams of Greek yogurt, 10 grams of almonds, 10 grams of walnuts, 5 grams Brazils, and 50 grams of berries for breakfast. My daily routine gives me about 15 carbs. That sounds interesting, Warren, and we appreciate you sharing that with us. And I'm going to wrap this up for tonight. It's been a full day for the old YouTube channel with Isabel's first videos. And so I'll end by saying, live healthy, finish strong.